Hi guys, it's me, Richga, and the time has now come that my third album, Blue Scars, is coming out June 3rd. Today I just want to explain to everyone the process of making it and the inspiration and just the track list itself and what all the songs are about. So let's get into the video, y'all. I guess the history of Blue Scars is like right after Heaven and Hell happened. Over the summer, I got really inspired of bass house, dance pop, and I did a lot of studying on the dance EDM history and just dance music and clubs and stuff. I also I don't know, I intended to be a dance pop singer, and I felt like Heaven and Hell was just too pop for I mean, it's a good pop record, y'all, but I felt like that's not who I was at the time, you know? It's not what I intended to be when I wanted to be a star. Funny story, the first song off the intention of the album was actually going to be a really pop bubblegum album. So songs like Break My Heart and Broken Glass and stuff, it was supposed to be a really pop record, but I decided to change it after I found the song Paris. So anyway, let's talk about the track list and get into the video. So the whole theme of Blue Scars is kind of a crying in the club kind of vibe. So that is how the first part of the album is, and we'll talk about the second part later. But throughout the whole thing, it's pretty much a crying in the club kind of vibe. The first song, Possible, is a really fun electronic song. One thing I wanted in this album is to have a lot of fun songs to perform, a lot of more dancey songs. And the first song, Possible, is just about how sometimes you can be in a friendship or relationship and you know, you have your worries and stuff with each other and you just don't know if you guys can make it, and you don't know if it's possible because it's probably not gonna work out because there's so much stuff in the way, you feel me? But yeah, that's possible. Let Me Dom You, as I said, I studied a lot about EDM and electronic music and mainly stuff from European countries, and that's what Let Me Dom You is about. It's just a fun party anthem song, a little satire, but I don't know, it's just a fun song to listen to, and you know, it gets you going, you know, so. Do You Love Me is kind of like Possible, but it's more of like, you know, you kind of see it in them. It's not like a two thing, it's more one person, because you see you might be with someone and they obviously don't want to be around you as much, or they look at other people and, you know, they look, you know, just meh. So you kind of ask yourself, like, do you even like love me? So yeah. Shining Star is a kind of last minute song. During the sessions of working and on the studio and all that, is, you know, there's been a lot of hard times during this era where I, you know, wanted to cancel the album and almost did completely, and you know, I kind of had a few people just reach out and just be like, you know, you're your own star, you know, you can't let, you know, again, just basic stuff like people bring you down, you know, this is your career and this is what you love, then, you know, you gotta own yourself and know who you are. And that's what Shining Star is about. After having a break, everything I came out with during that time was just satire, and I thought that's what people thought of me as, was just a satire artist, and I didn't want people to think of that towards me. So I came out with Shining Star, which was a dance house club kind of song that just talks about how, you know, you're your own star, you know, and yeah, that's basically what Shining Star is about. It's a fun, go watch the music video if you haven't, so. Dollar Sign. This song is really crazy because there's a lot of demos of the song. It was supposed to be called You Forgot Something, about, you know, how someone, they forgot their man or whatever, and in your sense or my sense, you would like replace them. But it didn't really go well with the song, so I changed it to Dollar Signs because it was more of a fun little club song. Blue Scars is the title of the album, and it's basically just about how, you know, sometimes you have such a memorable, beautiful thing that it's just traumatic, you know, like for example, maybe you go on a vacation and you meet friends and you have a great time and you get wasted and you have so much fun, and you know, because you're like young and you probably won't get that again, it's so beautiful that you won't get it again, to the point it's like traumatic in a way, you know, because it's just, you know, so yeah, it's basically what Blue Scars is about. So putting one foot in the other is just kind of like this term of saying like, yo, if you don't do anything, nothing's gonna happen. You know, if you think that you're gonna just make it by just sitting and doing nothing or doing barely anything, then, you know, good luck with that. So it's just saying like, you know, you have to put one foot in front of the other, and eventually you may not make it to the top, but you will make it somewhere. I'm My Own Enemy is this really, like, I guess, aggressive song. It's a very dance, fun song. It's just about how sometimes the things I struggle through, or you may struggle through, is you could have avoided from yourself. Like, not everything is from someone else. You know, sometimes you start your own issues. And yeah, that's basically what my Own Enemy is. So yeah. Monster is, well, one of the first songs I had for the album, but the last song that was recorded. It's basically about a traumatic experience I've experienced of a abusive relationship, and how sometimes people think they control you, you know, and yeah, sometimes the experience can haunt you as a monster. So yeah, but it's production-wise, it's a really fun song, and yeah. Alice is the way to saying screw y'all in a song. I don't really agree to anything that people will find normal or in the normal terms of music. So, you know, what you might find weird, I don't care, because it's my art and I will express it how I would like to. So in terms of puns or metaphors, like, you know, Alice is just, and the Wonderland world is just so out of range and norms and stuff, and so it's kind of like I'm gonna be as mad, weird, crazy, and you can't stop me. Blue Tears is an interlude from all the very aggressive dance pop songs and EDM stuff to the more laid back, more, I guess, pop and fun songs. So that's kind of what it's about. One of the main things I wanted to make this album was it was going to be very Paris infused. It was supposed to be, again, like a really pop bubblegum record, so it was going to be about Paris and shopping and just like, oh, I love you so much, and kind of the album. But then I wanted to make it more explicit and dark, and so I made Blue Scars. With that, we have Je t'adore, which is about how sometimes you love someone too much to the point that you're like obsessed. And you're just like, you want everything, you know, from them, you know, so, and you just want to please them, and yeah, but it has a French twist to it, so. Paris is the first song that came off the album. It was the first single, and it was. It's a lot. It's a crazy song. It's kind of just like how I said it on the interlude, where you just find someone you thought you loved, but before you know it, they're with someone else, and they're liars, and you have anger, and it's a crazy song. So yeah, that's basically what Paris is about, and yeah. Broken Glass was actually the first song I got for the album. It was supposed to be the first single too, because as I said, it was supposed to be a pop record. There's a lot of unreleased songs off the album. It's pretty funny. This is probably the first album where I have a lot of songs off the album. Anyway, it's basically about how sometimes when you broke someone's heart, the feeling, how the feeling where you're like in a relationship, but it's like one of those relationships where it was really, really, it was long, there was a lot of emotion in it, and a lot of, it wasn't like any of those like basic relationships. It was one of those, and then like they broke up with you in a really bad, hard, I guess like in a way, maybe traumatic way, to the point you don't feel like doing anything, and you feel brokenhearted and really sad, and you're just on the floor, and yeah, basically that's what that's about. Water is about substance abuse, whether it's in a relationship or not, friend or whatever. That's basically what it's about. But yeah, that's basically what Water's about. It's the second single off the record too, so yeah. I Hate Love is another aggressive song. It's kind of about just how sometimes you just don't like you feeling of in love, or love in general, frustration of love, and yeah, so the album also talks about a lot of fears. So maybe, for example, Water is the fear of substance abuse, and Paris is the fear of being forgotten and ignored, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I Hate Love is kind of like the fear of like being in love. So You're Done is this kind of like fun song about, you're bored of the relationship, you don't want to do any more work in it, you don't want to do anything, you want to be with other girls or whatever, then you're done, the door's over there, and yeah, it's just a fun song. You're So Gay is a song about how sometimes you just know a guy so well, and you know him so well to the point you know what they do behind everyone's back, and you just so like shaking my head, you're so gay. Yeah, basically it's a fun little song, so yeah. Real Friends, I wanted there to be a ballad off the record. I have not done one yet, so I thought, why don't I just not give it a try? And basically, yeah, it's just about how, you wish it's kind of, it describes itself, but it just means that, there's a lot of fake people out in the world, and you wish you had someone, even if it's just one person, someone real in your life, know, so. And then Everyone But You, I didn't want to close it on a sad ballad, so I wanted there to be something fun. The song was really, really, really last minute, but Everything But You is just about how, it kind of says it in the song, the world's ending and you just love that one person and you would stand by their side from living to death. So, yeah. I wanted to say thank you for everyone who watched this. I hope you enjoyed the Blue Scars era. Blue Scars comes out June 3rd.